بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على إمام المتقين وقائد المجاهدين محمد بن عبد الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهديه إلى يوم الدين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Dear brothers and sisters, السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Today in خواطر النور inshallah, I'm giving the second nasiha of Shu'aib. In my last khatira, I was talking about the first nasiha, the first advice of Sayyidina Shu'aib, Prophet Shu'aib, to his people, the people of Madian, and it was the concept of contradiction in Islam. Today, inshallah, is the second nasiha, which is the Islah, the concept of Islah, or reform and change in Islam. Shu'aib, when he start giving the nasiha according to the Quran, وَمَا أُرِيدُ أَنْ أُخَالِفَكُمْ إِلَى مَا أَنْهَاكُمْ عَنْهُ إِنْ أُرِيدُ إِلَّا الْإِصْلَاحَ مَا اسْتَطَعْتُ. I only desire reform to the best of my power. I only desire reform to the best of my power and to the best of my ability. This is a great and very important nasiha, very important advice in Islam in general. Brothers and sisters, let me set the glasses over here. There is a book, actually a series of books was written by one of the great mufakkireen in this ummah, in this nation today, Sheikh Muhammad Amara, Sheikh Dr. Muhammad Amara. نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى يديله الصحة وطول العمر إن شاء الله. May Allah give him the power and the ability and prolong his life. He is among the very few mufakkireen, very few people of knowledge of today. He wrote a series of books called ما أريد إلا الإصلاح. So that was the nasiha. He wrote a whole book, a whole series of books about just this ayah. So that this ayah is the nasiha of Sayyidina Shu'aib to his people. إن أريد إلا الإصلاح ما استطعت. I only desire reform to the best of my ability and to the best of my power. Actually, the nasiha implies two rules in Islam, in Sharia. Two rules. The first one is when we do good, or when we try to change or ask about reform, we do this to the best of our ability. We exhaust our energy and our efforts to change. So we don't just I use half of my power, 50% of my power, is 60, 70. It's 100% power. Use all your energy to convince people or try to convince people to change. That's rule number one. We don't keep the good to ourselves, or we don't keep the good until it's easy to do it, or we don't keep the good to the month of Ramadan. There is no season for good and season for evil. And some people say, I will try to fulfill my duty toward Allah, and at the same time I try to fulfill my desires, evil desires. That's not, actually, that doesn't work together. It's we do good all the time and to the best of our power, and we try to the best of our power. That's a very important rule, actually, in the nasiha. The second is, if you cannot change it completely, don't leave it completely. ما لا يدرك كله لا يترك جله. And this is one of the things that most people, they misunderstand that. So they start making da'wah with others, and especially with non-Muslims, and then they all of a sudden, those guys are not gonna, they're stubborn and they're not gonna believe, and they just quit. You can't do that. You can't do that. If you start with people, you just keep going. Never ever give up. And this is the method of all prophets. Never ever give up. Don't make decisions. And let's say you change people 5%. You cannot change people 100%. It's not like a radical change 100% overnight. That's not going to happen. Never going to happen. It never happened in the past. It's not going to happen now. It's never going to happen in the future. It didn't happen in the time of Abraham or Noah or Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and it's not happening right now. It's not going to happen in the future. No change 100%. It's not all of the sudden in the morning, inshallah, we're going to have khilafah. That's never going to happen. It didn't happen in the time of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So everything it's a step-by-step process. Everything has to go gradually. So never ever quit. Let's say you start with people and you change them 5%, which is great. Why? Because the one who's going to start after you, so those people, they were 100% away from Islam. Now they are 95% away from Islam. So you get them close 5%, which is good. And the one after you will get them closer, 50% more. Maybe now they are 80% away from Islam. And so on, generation after generation after generation. And at the end, inshallah, eventually, those people will change their idea about Islam. And actually, I can tell you, I came to this country like long time ago, and I was early in my 20s, and I can tell you, I'm 57 now, and I can tell you it's a big change in da'wah, in the field of da'wah. I mean, it's amazing. So it's a step-by-step process, brothers and sisters. Take it easy. And let me give you some examples from the Quran and from the Sunnah. First of all, never quit up. Sayyidina Nuh, what did he do? He was trying to make da'wah with his people. And every time they heard him, what did he do? قال كلما دعوتهم, every time I preach with them, every time I called Allah for them or called for the forgiveness of Allah, what did they do? He said they put their finger in their ear. They plugged their ear. واستغشوا ثيابهم, and they covered themselves with their garments. وأصروا واستكبروا استكبارا, and they insist in their arrogance and their refusal. This is what Noah is saying. Every time I talk to those people, I make da'wah with those people, they just plug their ear and cover themselves, and they don't want to listen. Basically, say, just get away from here. We don't want to listen to you. Leave us alone. That's basically what they did. What did he do? Did he quit? Did he give up? No, he kept making da'wah with them 950 years. You're doing this for yourself, you're not doing this for others. How long is it going to take you if you talk to someone and then all of a sudden he just plugging his ear and covering himself and he doesn't want to listen to you? What are you going to do? Or how long it's going to take you to talk to him? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? 15 minutes? After 15 minutes, you will be fed up and sick of him, and you will hate him for the rest of your life. You don't want to talk to him for the rest of your life. If this is what happened with Noah, no. Noah kept doing this for 950 years. So never ever give up. When we do good, we do good. We try to make reform and change. You do it to the best of your ability and to the best of your power, and never quit. You start something you never quit. You will do this because you believe in it. You believe in it, and I'm going to do it till the end of the last drop of your blood. So you make da'wah, this is for yourself, by the way, it's not for others. And remember, قالوا لما تعدون قوما الله مهلكهم أو معذبهم عذابا شديدا قالوا معذرة إلى ربكم ولعلهم يتقون. Why you are preaching to a people whom Allah is about to destroy or to punish? The preachers said, in order to be free from guilt before your Lord, and perhaps they might be guided. So the main reason is for ourselves, to be free from guilt before your Lord. They are guided or not, it's Allah's business. So we keep making da'wah no matter what. Never ever decide and make a decision, those people are stubborn and not going to listen to you and they're not going to convert to Islam. We're not making da'wah to convert people to Islam. But we are making that's part of it. That's the best thing, yeah. But that's not our niyyah. Our niyyah is to tell them about our deen, our religion, and this is what Allah told us about. And they know that Muslims are good people, and this is Islam, and it's religions, and especially in the West. Don't keep in your mind, I'm going to make da'wah with these people to convert them. They're not going to be converted. So what if they are not converted? But at least they are friend, they are your neighbor, your workmate, classmate. So make sure to remember this all the time. You are making da'wah not only to convert people. No, that's maybe the last thing. And this is the business of Allah. Just to talk to them about Islam and to introduce Islam to them. The other thing is, things, brothers and sisters, is not going to come overnight. It's going to take a while. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who created the Sahaba, and He, Allah, created us. So we're all human beings. And He knows the Sahaba, and He knows us. So Allah, when He ordered us to do something, He ordered the Sahaba to do something, He ordered them gradually. Let me give you an example. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forbid the Sahaba from drinking khamr, khamr was something to them is like, no way, I'm going to do this forever. They like it. It was allowable in Islam. It was forbidden in Medina. What did that mean? That means after 13 years of da'wah, the Prophet ﷺ lived 13 years in Mecca, then he migrated to Medina. I'm going to talk about that inshallah more in my Seerah series. But anyway, the second year of Hijrah, the first verse was revealed to the Prophet ﷺ that khamra and maisir, the gambling and alcohol, it has some benefits and it has some harms, but it harms more than it benefits. إثمهما أكبر من نفعهما. That was the first revelation, the second year of Hijrah. 1 year later, the second revelation came, which was لا تقربوا الصلاة وأنتم سكارى. وأنتم سكارى. Do not approach prayer while you are drunk. That was the second stage of tahrim, of forbidden khamr. But it's not completely forbidden. It's only during prayer. Do not make sure that you are not under influence. Do not make sure you are not drunk while you're praying. But it's not completely forbidden. Then 1 year later, which is the 16th year of da'wah, after 16 years of the da'wah of the Prophet ﷺ, came the completely forbidden al-khamr wal-maisir. The alcohol and gambling is from evil, from the devil, and completely avoided. رجز من عمل الشيطان فاجتنبوه. So that was this is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it gradual. This is the sunnah of Allah. The sunnah of Allah is, and He is the one who created them, and He is the one who created us. Everything comes this way. It cannot be radical change overnight, 100%. And listen what Sayyidah Aisha said. This beautiful statement by Sayyidah Aisha. She was among the ulama. Sayyidah Aisha was among the ulama. Sayyidah Aisha said, لو كان أول ما نزل من القرآن لا تشربوا الخمر لقالوا والله لا نترك الخمر ولو كان أول ما نزل من القرآن لا تزنوا لقالوا والله لا نترك الزنا ولكن أول ما نزل من القرآن آيات المفصلة فيها ذكر الجنة والنار حتى إذا ثابت القلوب إلى ربها نزل الحلال والحرام. Beautiful statement, brothers and sisters, by Sayyidah Aisha. She said, if the first thing revealed in Quran was, do not drink khamr, the people would have said, no, we are not going to quit drinking khamr. And if the first thing revealed in Quran was, do not commit fornication, the people would have said, no, we are not going to quit fornication and adultery. But, listen to the rest of the statement, but the first thing revealed in Quran was the verses about Jannah and Nar, about hell and paradise, until the hearts became soft and attached to the Lord of the universe, then the allowable and the forbidden was descended. So the allowable, al-halal, and the forbidden, the haram, was descended, was revealed to people after their hearts became soft. And how long did it take for that? 13 years in Mecca. Talking about Aqidah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all the revelation in Mecca is about Aqidah. Most of the ahkam, most of the halal wa haram, the allowable and the forbidden, came revealed to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam when he was in Medina. So it took the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam 13 years in Mecca to teach the Sahaba Aqidah. I guarantee you it will take us much, much more than that. So when you make I'm mentioning this, brother and sister, because this is from my own experience. I saw it with my own eyes. People making da'wah with the Muslims who are just convert to Islam. So, and they start coming to the masjid, and the Muslims were so enthusiastic, so crazy about them. They like this so much. So they keep telling them, do this, don't do that, do this, don't do that, do this, make sadaqah, pay this, pay that. I know that is out of love, but sometimes that would push them away from Islam. Let me tell you a shocking statistics. Islam is the fastest growing religion in the US or in the West in general. 5% in the last 10 years, 5% of those who converted to Islam, they denounce Islam again. 5%. And among those 5%, 2% among those 5, when they were asked, why did you do that? They said, because of pressure. Pressure of other Muslims. Go to the masjid, let's pray 5 times a day, let's pay sadaqah, let's go and make khuruj. Brothers and sisters, everything you have learned in 40 years as a Muslim, you want to teach those brothers, you want to make it in 1 week? Do you want them to do this in 1 week? That's, with all respect, that's ridiculous. Just give them their time. Give the people their time. Give them their time to take their time. Ya akhi, I want them, I have a good intention. I'm trying to get them close to Islam. Good intention is not gonna, good intention is good, but it's not gonna help you sometime. Let me give you an example. Abu Zar al-Ghifari was leaving Mecca, and the Sahaba was telling him, Abu Zar, why you are leaving Mecca? Don't you know that one single prayer here is equal 5,000 prayer outside? He said, yes, I know that. So he knows that. He's among the Sahaba and he's very knowledgeable. But he's telling them, but don't you know that one sin in Mecca is equal such and such? He gave them a number, I don't remember the number. It's such and such sins outside. So it's the same thing, brother and sister. the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ when he said, if you guide one person to Islam, is better for you than this life and everything in this life. That's absolutely right. And people, oh, they're so great about this hadith and they want to do it. But at the same time, if you push one Muslim outside Islam, I will leave you to decide. Since the ajr is so good to guide someone, the punishment would be so bad, so ugly to force someone out. The same exact, like Abu Zar told them, to pray one prayer in Mecca is so good, because the ajr is so good. At the same time, the punishment is so big when you commit a sin in Mecca. So brothers and sisters, take it easy. And let me go back to the beginning of the nasiha. إن أريد إلا الإصلاح ما استطعت. I only desire reform to the best of my ability and to the best of my power. Two things, you do this all the time and to the best of our power. And when we do it, we don't quit. So ما لا يدرك كله لا يترك جله. If you cannot change it completely, don't leave it completely. Do it gradually. جزاكم الله خير for listening. هذا وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن يهتدي بهديه إلى يوم الدين. جزاكم الله خير والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.